Hello, everybody. Welcome to the J Lounge. My name is Simone Jackson. Of course, you guys know I am your hostess with the mostest, here to bring you guys another wonderful episode of the J Lounge. Of course, you guys know out there we are a celebrity-based podcast show where we talk with celebrities about various topics and discussions. I am super excited to be introducing my next guest. She is an incredibly talented and an amazing screenwriter who is really making an impact with her films and screenwriting. And I'm super excited. She's super happy she's here with us today. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to having you on here today. I am very excited. I know my audience is going to love you. They're going to embrace you and they're going to be really excited to hear about your story. So we are actually going to go ahead and fire the first question at you. I want to know, because you are so incredibly talented with your writing, what began your passion for films and writing?
Ooh, well, if I'm being honest, I started writing because I wanted to be a novel writer. I was like
Oh,
obsessed with Percy Jackson when I was a kid. And I was like, that's what I want to do. Like, that's the
yes.
level of cool that I want to be. And then as like I started writing more and more when I was like 11 or 12, I realized that I was a very visual person. And I just kind of remember wanting to move from like novels to screenwriting because I wanted to visually see what my words were like plastered on a screen. And like I remember very clearly I'm still super into Star Wars, but I think Star Wars started my love for what fantasy could do and what fantasy could bring, and like creating worlds that everyone around the world could just explore and experience.
Oh wow. First of all, props to you for the Percy Jackson. I love rap. I love novels like that.
Oh, they're so good.
Yes, they are. Oh, it brings out my inner nerd, and I just don't care who sees it. I just love it. It's
I
just
know,
it
right? I'm
brings.
like obsessed with mythology. Still I am. And like that book just hit every single thing that I loved about mythology in a go. And I'm just so excited that it existed. So hopefully doing something like that in my life soon.
Absolutely. I think we definitely need more women doing mythology stories. So I
Yes.
think you are the perfect person to do something like that. Like how visual your like creative eye is. Oh, I can't even imagine what kind of type of mythology movie you could make.
Oh, it'd be so
Oh,
cool.
let's speak that to existence. Hopefully that will happen one day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Manifesting it.
Going on to the number two question. What type of stories do you like to tell with your screenwriting? What do you like to see creatively?
Personally, I want to tell diverse stories for like children of color, queer children, and I just want them to have a good time. Like, I want my writing to show that they are loved, they're beautiful, that their stories matter. And like, I mostly want them to grow up with representation that I never got to grow up with. Like, I want
Right.
them to see themselves on TV and be like, oh my God, that hero is exactly like me. Like, he looks or they look exactly like me. And I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate them. And I want to celebrate the fact that diversity is beautiful, and we should just like, you know, celebrate each other because of it.
I agree. I agree. I think I'm with you. The representation matters, especially
Yeah.
for young children, for young teens. It's important to
Yeah.
see that, because if they don't see that, then it's going to be hard for them to envision themselves being able
Yeah.
to achieve that or create that. And I totally get what you mean. It totally hits home for me. So it's very. I'm happy I can finally see a little bit of myself in representation in movies and TVs nowadays. But as I was growing up, yeah, you're right. It was just very scarce. It wasn't a lot to look up to. But now I'm glad that there is, especially for this young generation. So it's amazing that
Yeah.
people like you are wanting to create that space so they can, see themselves in that space.
Exactly. And it's also like about making sure that it's normalized, that we can all
Yes,
just,
too. Yeah.
yeah, that it's not something that's different, it's something that's just normal, right?
Yeah. Like
And
just
we're
everyday
accepting
normal.
of, exactly, we're accepting
Mhm.
of everyone and accepting of everything. And I think that children are so open-minded that like it's just about giving them a chance to like learn and be open-minded, that I also
Mhm.
really love.
No, and I agree with you because kids are, I just love actually how kids are just actually open-minded. Actually, it's cute. Honestly, when you see it, it's just very cute because it's just like, why can't we be just as open-minded as them? Because we used to be just as open-minded as them. So
Exactly.
don't sure where this closed-minded came in as adults, because I'm still learning and growing every day with an open
Yeah.
mind. I mean, the world changes and it evolves, and nothing can stay the same. And I've had this conversation a million times with a lot of older people. Like, nothing can stay the same. It
Yes.
evolves. Everything evolves. Dinosaurs used to roam the earth. Now they don't. Now we're going to have flying cars. It's just how the
Yeah.
world evolves.
Yeah, and you have to move with it. You can't just be a rock and like pretend that you're the most important thing out there and that the world is going to keep moving without you, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, and we got to teach children that they should embrace change and should just be
Mhm.
open to it instead of just like rejecting it, which I think is just so horrible.
No, I am so with you on that one. I
Yeah.
so agree with you. Aiko, I really, really do. It's actually really sad. But like I said, I think with, people who are continuing to create that space, like you're trying to create that space, I think there's still a glimmer of hope for them. So I still think there's a glimmer of hope for sure.
Yeah.
Going on to the number 3 question. What's some of the most awarding and difficult aspects of being a screenwriter?
Oh my God.
I had to
How much
hit you with
time do you
that whammy. I'm
have?
sorry. I did. I did. I did.
Okay. So I think the most rewarding is personally when your story just clicks.
Yes.
Like I spend so much time planning a story and so much time making sure that the thing that I want to say most with this particular piece of art is coming through, that when you start writing and when it just like clicks and when people like get it, you know what I mean? Like when people read your stuff and they just understand exactly what you meant and exactly what you wanted to say, I think it's one of the most rewarding things ever. Because you just get so much pride and joy when someone just tells you that they understood what you were trying to put forward and that it touched them in some way. I think that is just like the most rewarding thing you can get or accomplish with this job. Um, and the most difficult aspects, oh my God, I don't know, honestly, because I think that even the most difficult aspects are kind of rewarding because you're still learning and you're still kind of growing through the hurdles that you've got. Um, I would say nerve-wracking instead of difficult because I think
Yeah.
that's kind of like what it feels like. It's when you apply to contests or when you submit to managers or to fellowships, and it's just that like waiting around to see if you were chosen, right? And waiting around to see if like you're worthy or like you're worth it. Um, and like if I can impart any kind of wisdom is that one person like what if someone doesn't agree with you, it's not nothing to do with you, it's more so to do with them. So it's really hard to kind of like shift your mentality to understand that it's not a personal attack to your writing and to you, but rather like they just didn't vibe with what you were putting out there, and that's okay, right?
Yes,
As long as like
absolutely.
we're learning and growing and like honing our craft, I think that every kind of difficult aspect about it is kind of worth it at the end, I think.
I love that. That is a beautiful way of saying that. And I agree. I should have said nerve wracking. Nerve wracking is
Yeah.
a wonderful way of saying that because I get it. When you're putting
Mm-hmm.
your best work and your work
Mm-hmm.
into contests, and then you're just like waiting in bated breath, like, oh my gosh, are they accept it? Are they going to reject it? What's
Right.
the reaction? And then when you finally get that reaction that some people definitely click with it, like, whoa, I just saw my childhood on this big screen, and I
Yeah.
never seen it so clearly before. Like, wow, like someone actually had the exact same experiences I had as a kid. So yeah, no, I totally get what you mean. It is a
And it's
beautiful
like
way.
it's so emotional too. You don't think
Oh
about it
yeah.
as much, but it's such an emotional thing because when you go to like screenwriters usually tell you to write what you know, and that is literally just like bearing out your soul for other people to like criticize, and it
Right.
can be so emotional, like draining or fulfilling, whatever it is and however the outcome is. It's just such an emotional experience that I think that a lot of writers have to learn how to like not disconnect themselves from the material, but also like understand that their work is not a necessary reflection on their worth.
Absolutely.
And I think that it just comes with practice, honestly. It comes with practice and it comes with rejection. But it's all part of it, right? It's all part of like
absolutely.
the process and all part of like, having a career, I guess.
No, I totally agree. I totally agree. And when also you could say to to the screenwriters, if someone doesn't like it or criticize it, like you said, it has nothing to do with their worth or their work, but also the fact that maybe they don't understand because they've never been put in that position. They've never seen that type of life experience. So a lot of people don't understand. And if they don't understand it, then I'm going to reject it. And maybe because they rejected it because you made them think, kind of made them go out of their comfort zone going, oh, well, my life is not as bubble as I thought it was. No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Not at all. So I definitely had, heard some people say that around here, especially around Seattle and filmmakers. And some people go, oh, well, I did not know, there was a dark side to Seattle. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. Absolutely. Of course, there's a dark side to everything. It's just how you see it, so totally agree with Ayana. Totally agree. All right, going on to the number 4. This is going to be a really interesting question. So, if you had to work with any director to help bring your screenwriting play to life, name 3 directors you would love to work with.
Okay. It's not so much like, I feel it's more so that I want to write for them. Like I want to write something that they love to direct.
Yes.
So my first one is Ava DuVernay. I love her so much. She's like a god. She's just so nice, so down to earth. She's just the greatest. And I think that I just want to collaborate on a fantasy film with her. I think it would be amazing and would have so much fun. The next one is, I want to say 2 or 3-time Oscar winner, Chloe Zhao. Like I really want to work with Chloe Zhao so much. I love her. I think she is so chill and so down to earth that I would just love to like write her a film that is so emotionally connective, like that connects people, like that level of like looking at a photograph. Like I just want her to direct anything and everything.
Agreed.
And right?
Agreed. Like, oh my God. So agree.
And my last one is actually Lulu Wong. I love her so much. She did The Farewell a few years ago.
Oh yes, The Farewell.
And I still think about that movie every day. It's just such an interesting kind of like intersectionality to like what it means to be Asian and like how Asian culture is portrayed. And I just love her gentle touch to it. Like I still cry every time that I watch it. Like it's amazing. But yeah, I love these women. I've connected with their work ethic, their storytelling, and I love that what they put forth into the world is very personal and like emotional. Like I love that about them, and I want to work with them solely because of that, because of like the emotions that they're able to pull out from people. But yeah, oh my God, it would be a dream. Such a dream.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. I think you and Evan definitely need to do a mythology movie. That I think definitely needs to happen. Yes. And you and Chloe Zhao, that is like 2 powerhouses. Making such a powerful, oh my goodness, I would need my popcorn, I would need my tissues, I would need my glass of wine, and you would need my chocolate. Like, I don't think the movie theaters would like me because I'm bringing all of this stuff. I don't care. I'm not watching it without it. I'm sorry, I gotta have it. That would be great. And I did see The Farewell. I thought Awkwafina did an absolute outstanding job. I've always loved her, and I'm so glad she got the recognition, the awards and everything that she deserves, because she is a power. Oh my Lord. I just love her. She makes me laugh so hard. It's ridiculous, honestly. And it's refreshing. And I like how she's so multifaceted. She's got so many layers to her. It's like, no, she can't just do comedy. She can do drama, sci-fi. I mean, put her in a horror film. She can do horror film. I mean, she's just an all-around tour de force person. And I'm just like, I love her so much.
Did you watch Raya and the Last Dragon?
Ooh, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh,
I've
she's
heard
so
great
funny.
things about that. I
Oh, it's
actually,
amazing.
that is on my to see list because I saw the trailer and I was like, whoa, for one, the animation looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it's
Oh my
insane,
gosh. And I'm so happy that they're doing stories that we've never heard before and that we're like
right?
exploring a different culture. It's like, I am just like, yes, that is on my to see list immediately.
Yes.
Oh, I gotta see that. And then yes, I heard she's in there and I heard she adds that just perfect amount of just funniness,
Oh,
as she
it's so
always does.
good. Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, no, and I definitely see that's, yeah, you gotta definitely Miss Chloe Zhao, every different name. If you guys are listening, we know a screenwriter who's dying to work with you guys, and I'm dying for that to happen for sure. Like we need to speak to this invitation because it needs to happen.
Oh my God, yes.
Uh Going on to the number 5 question. I want to make sure my audience keeps up with you, your work. Where are you on social media?
I am actually primarily on Twitter. Twitter is the best thing ever made is Twitter for me. My handle is Aiko H Writes. So my first name, the first letter of my last name, and then Writes. Um, I want to cheekily say that I'm kind of famous within my niche, which is like screenwriter Twitter. Because like I just have I've met so many nice people and so many cool people through the app. Like we've built a community and I'm really grateful for Twitter because there's just so many great people there that have just lent their wisdom and talked about their problems and been very candid about like how they're feeling and what they're doing and how they've advanced their careers and I'm just really proud of all of them and I just love them so much. I'm so proud of seeing
Oh,
like
that's so
of their
awesome.
success. Like their success is astounding and I'm just so excited for everybody.
Oh.
But yeah, I am primarily on Twitter. Come hang out with me. I am literally a menace to society.
I
But
love I love it.
it's like funny, okay?
I love that she was so honest about it. She's like, look, I'm a menace to society, but that is okay.
Like it's fine. My
I love
employers
it.
will never see it. Like I'll just
That was brilliant. Oh God, that was brilliant. She's kind of a menace to society. It's okay. It is a-okay. You go ahead and be a menace to society as long as you be the best
right?
menace you can be.
Exactly.
I love it. Oh my goodness. I encourage, of course, every one of my fans and audience to go follow her, show her some love, show her some support, follow her on Twitter, become, her little menaces of society with her, do the whole
Yes.
damn thing. I encourage it,
I'm
y'all.
raising an army
Where she's
of
raising an
chaos.
army. That is okay. We will join that army happily. Oh my goodness. Going on to the number 6 question. Are you involved with any future projects that you can just give a little dish about to the J Lounge audience?
I think so. So the main thing that I'm currently doing is I'm developing an adult animated show with Network ISA. It's a queer vampire toxic romance story. I just finished my pitch deck for it and I'm currently going into the pilot. But hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood, manifesting the crap out of it. It's gonna
Yes.
get sold this year or next year. Like I just seeing it in my future, it's gonna get sold. It's gonna get made. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's the primary thing that I'm doing. And then on the side, I've got a few pilots that I'm entering to contests again. Kind of just like I dipped my toe in the hour-long drama like category earlier this year, and I'm really excited to see if that actually like leads somewhere because I'm really proud of that pilot. It's really cool. And then just writing for the rest of the year, and hopefully something will come from that.
Oh, absolutely. I have no
Yeah.
doubt. No doubt. And for one, I had to say a queer vampire love story. I'm all in. Like that's all you had
Yeah.
to say. And I just did not any more information. I'm all in. I'm like, I can get my snacks. I'm off today. I got nothing to do. Send me all the episodes. I got nothing to do. Send me all the episodes. I got
Oh my
snacks. I'm
God.
ready for it.
Me
Like
too.
I
I
love
want to see
things
it
that
so badly.
it's just, I love things that are different, and that just sounds
Right?
so refreshingly different, and it sounds
Yeah.
like it would be a really just like an interesting and compelling show to watch. And you said animation, like I don't need to hear
Yeah.
anything else. I'm there. I'm sold. You can take my money. I don't need any more. I don't need to hear anymore. You can go ahead and just take all my money. I'm already
Gladly.
sold. She said gladly. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Get it. She said gladly. ah, going on to the number 7. Aiko, what goals do you hope to accomplish in your career?
Ooh. Oh
Just
my God. Does that have a
yes,
list?
I heard you in the
Um,
curveball.
so currently I want to land my first gig as a staff writer. I've been on this year-long journey of just like perfecting myself, perfecting my craft, networking, talking to people, and the next step that I really want to do is be a staff writer. I want to work in that like writer's room environment, and like I want to create connections with people and with other writers, and I genuinely just want to write for an animated show so badly. I'm like so ready for it. And eventually throughout my career, I want to grow to be a showrunner. Like I want to run my own shows, and I want to like,
Yes.
create my own stuff and just have fun with it, right? Like I just want to like get there through trial and error and just, work my way up the chain, I guess. And just having just like seeing my name pop up at the opening credits for a show. Like that's what
Oh
I
my
want
gosh.
right now. Like just casually looking, like casually watching something and then just seeing my name come up. That would be crazy.
Oh my gosh, that would be, oh my Lord. That would be crazy. I've always had the same dream. So like you're giving me
Right?
goosebumps because I've always had the same dream. Just casually doing something, nothing too
Yeah.
spectacular, maybe just like cooking dinner or something, or and someone just like, hey Simone, like your name, I just saw your name on the TV. Like, what? Like, girl, what? Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I've had the same dream. So yeah, you gave me goosebumps
Yeah.
because I totally understand. I get it. That would
Oh
just
my
be
God.
the whole like cemented thing. Like I made it. Like
Yeah,
here goes my
exactly.
name. Like, oh my
And you
gosh.
deserve it. Oh my God, you deserve to see your name on
Oh,
screen. Like 1,000%.
you too. Like I said, because I definitely need to see the animation stories that you have. Like I said, that queer vampire love story. Like I need to see it like yesterday. Like I'm telling
Oh,
you.
I'm getting there, I swear.
She said, "I'm getting there. I swear." I have no doubt, girl. I'm just impatient, so don't worry about me. I'm
Me
just impatient.
too. I hate this.
So,
I'm like, oh my God, the process. What is the process? I don't care. I just want to.
like for real, like what is the process?
Oh
I
my
just want to see
God.
my stuff in like now.
Yeah. Yeah. Like right now.
Oh, it's coming for you. It's
Mm,
gonna come for you, and it's gonna hit you so hard you're not gonna know what to do, but be
oh,
happy, obviously.
yeah. And like a little freaked out, but very
And a
happy.
little freaked out,
A
which is
little bit.
understandable, like because it happens that way. Like first, people have
Yeah.
their work is slept on, and then they make something incredible, and
Overnight.
boom, it just
Overnight.
takes
Yeah.
yeah overnight. Just takes overnight. Just like people who slept on your work are now like, oh yeah, I know what your work now. I've just seen all of it. I just binge watched all of her animation. Yeah, it's happening for you. It's creeping on you. It's coming.
Yep.
She said, yep.
I'm
Oh.
literally waiting for it.
She's like, I'm literally waiting for it. Hang on, girl. It's coming. I see it. It's coming for you.
Thank
Oh,
you.
yeah, of course. So we just got 3 more questions here. Going on to the number
Mm.
8 questions. What other passions do you have outside of your screenwriting?
Oh my God. Well, to be entirely honest, I don't have a lot.
She said to me entirely honest, I don't have a
Like,
lot.
my work has just consumed me at this point, and there's like nothing to do because of COVID. I can't leave my house because of COVID. So there's nothing really insane, right? I love reading. I
Yeah.
love it so much. I also work as like a script analyst, so I help other people, other writers, with their stories and give them notes and feedback on their stories to like make their drafts even better. So I've spent the most of my last year reading other people's scripts, and I love it. I think it's so much fun to like help other writers get to where they want to be. I'm also super obsessed currently with like cooking. I don't know
Yes.
what it is. Like I'm a Taurus, so I think this is like the one time that I'm going to be very stereotypical, but I just love food and I love cooking and I love everything in regards to that.
Yeah, me too.
Um, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yes, me too. Girl, I just made a creamy smoked Gouda mac and cheese yesterday.
Oh no. Oh my
Yep.
God, I'm hungry now.
She's so
I just had lunch. That's not fair.
she said that's not fair. Yep, I had a girls' weekend, so I made a
Oh,
creamy
yes.
Gouda mac and cheese. I was like, look, y'all, if we're going to indulge, we're going to indulge right.
It was a
So,
Sunday too, so like who cares, right? Sundays don't count.
Sundays don't. I
Calorie
don't count
Sundays don't
Sundays at
count.
all.
No, no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Look, God wanted me to eat on a Sunday. Okay,
Exactly.
so I'm not. That's exactly what I'm going to do. But yes, I know about that cooking. Ever since
Sounds
it hit
great.
really hard, I just been
Yeah.
studying up and brushing up on my cooking, and yeah, I love it. I love it. And I was like, give me an excuse. Give me any excuse. You want some
Yes.
lunch? You want some brunch? Like, give me any
Ugh,
excuse to make something right now. I am for it. I
amazing.
love it. I love it. Going on to the next two questions. Going on to number 9. What advice would you give to aspiring screenwriter who would hope to, reach your level of success?
Oof. I honestly, I feel that I haven't reached my personal ultimate level of success. And that's going to take some time, but I'm very happy with where I am now in terms of what I've learned. I think that's how I'm measuring it right now.
Absolutely.
Um, so my first advice is to read
Mm-hmm.
a lot. Like not
Read.
only scripts that were written by established writers and directors, but also from your peers. Like working on your writing and working on your craft should be your first priority. And like you should just focus on that for as long as you have. And I found that through reading other people's work, I kind of found what I liked about my own style of writing and like what
Mm-hmm.
my voice sounded like. So I highly recommend doing that too. Like just exchanging scripts with people that you met online, or like I think it's also interesting if you can get yourself to be like a reader for contests, because that's when
Yeah.
you truly see like what like everything that's out there. And the other thing that I found it really important this year was to network. I've mentioned Twitter before, but I'm never going to stop mentioning Twitter. The screenwriting community on Twitter is the most nurturing, inspiring, and like supportive community I've ever been a part of. Like, you don't even need to leave your house to like connect with and talk to like people online. So like I highly recommend doing that. Just putting yourself out there, making those connections, and remembering that it's like not about the people that are already established, but like rather connecting with the people that are on your same level that will come up with you. But also like if you actually get to like find people that are like on a different level and like ask them questions. Writers are always open to answering questions. So
Yes.
just like don't be afraid, ask away. Like it's ask me anything. Like if you slide into my DMs, there's like a 98% chance that I will respond, because I just really love helping people and like giving advice. So I think reading and networking. I think that's what you should be doing, and like also writing a lot, but in terms of like finding what you want to do and like what you want to say and what you want to like write about should be also part of your priority, because as much as you're trying to sell your writing, you're also trying to sell yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So having those like core values clear in your head and in your heart, I think that's what's gonna like set you apart from other people, and what's gonna like make people be interested in you and in your writing.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
So like just have fun and don't be so hard on yourself.
Yes.
Me to me, do not be so hard on yourself.
She said, repeat after me. Do not be so hard on yourself. I agree to that one.
Yeah.
I do. And I have to co-sign with the whole the screenwriter community being super, super supported on Twitter.
Yeah.
I've definitely checked it out numerous times. That's where I love to see new short films because I've been obsessed with short films for the
Yes.
past year. And I just love how, someone like this, where can I, submit my short film for this and this? And then you have this like whole thread of people just like, oh, submit it here. You can definitely
Yeah.
come over here with us. We're submitting our
We
things here. And
funded.
it's like, oh my gosh, look how engaging and supporting that is. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
It's
loving this
crazy.
because it's different from Instagram. I've definitely checked out the
Yes.
community in Instagram. It's more of, well, if you want to, buy my services, I can help you with this and that and this and that. It's like, that's,
Yeah, for sure.
like, and I get it, everyone's gonna, make their cash here and there, but if we're networking, like you said, it's better if, we just kind of support each other in any way we can, because money's not the ultimate goal. I know that for a
Exactly.
screenwriter, it's to get their work out and for people to be connected to their work. So that's
I
what I
mean,
love.
money is also like a great thing, but
Of
like,
course.
being humble and all.
She's like being humble and all, yeah.
The emotional connection. Yeah, the emotional connection is by far like the most important thing. And like, I feel like the best screenwriters have something to say, and they're very secure in why they're doing what they're doing, right? And if the reason is money, then that's not. It's a goal, but it shouldn't be the whole picture.
Exactly.
Right?
It shouldn't be
like
the whole goal.
Thing. Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure. It can be a goal, but don't let it be the whole goal.
Yeah.
So I am with you on that one. So definitely agree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, going to fire the last question at you. What's been your most accomplished work to date?
Wow. So I went to film school, actually. I went to like a writing course a few years ago. Wow, a few years ago, damn.
Oh girl, I get those moments more too. Like, wow, 7 years ago, damn. Yeah, totally.
No, oh my God. We graduated a year ago in April, and I was just like, what? It was like a surreal moment. But I got to write an animation pilot for that course. It's called Keda Neva, and it's just the cutest like adventure fantasy story ever. It's just pure love, and I still love it so much. And it got me into a bunch of contests. Like I won a few awards with it. Most like notably, it landed me a spot on Network ISA's top 25 screenwriters to watch in 2021.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that led me to the development deal with them and a bunch of other things that I'm really happy about. So yeah, I think that for me is currently it's my most accomplished work. I still love it. It's so cute. It's just two girls who discover a magical world, and they just like decide that they want to help magical creatures with their problems, and they have a cute bunny sidekick. That is just adorable and fluffy.
I love it. I'm sorry, you said bunny sidekick. I love it. I love it. I love it.
He has a god complex, which is really fun for me. And his name is Bubbles. I don't know what it is with me, but I just love animal sidekicks. Like, they're just my favorite thing to write. Because they're just so cute and fluffy.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I do. I love it. I love it. She said he's got a god complex.
He totally does. It's so funny.
Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness, Aiko, you have been an absolute charm and amazing to speak with. Yeah. I cannot wait for my audience to discover you, your work. I know they're going to gravitate to you just like we did here on the J Lounge. But I cannot wait to see more of your work, and I cannot wait to see, how, soaring your career goes. Because, girl, you're just getting started. You do realize that,
Thank
right?
you. Yeah, hopefully. I don't want
this is just the tip of the iceberg for you. Like, I speak good things in existence, and things do happen. I've definitely had, yeah, for sure. Like, I've definitely had, like I said, people on here who've been Oscar nominated after they've been on my show. They went to
It's insane. I still think that is the craziest thing.
It is. Trust me, I get tripped out over it every single time I think about it. Like, I just had that person.
I'll just like email you in a couple of years. Hey, by the way,
I got my Oscar for screenwriting. Like, yes, I told you would. So things like this do happen. So I say this is just the tip of the iceberg for you. You are just getting started, and I cannot wait to see what you make, what you accomplish, and I cannot wait for more people to know about you, girl, because I feel like they're sleeping on you now, but
Thank
soon
you.
they're going to be wanting to know who you are and pretty much everything about your work. So I'm speaking that in existence for you.
Thank you so much. Honestly, like it's been a joy to be here with you today, and thank you so much for having me, for like taking the time, for speaking with me.
Oh, of
Like,
course. It is an honor. Look, I appreciate you taking your time. Like, honestly, like you could chose any other podcast. I appreciate you for being here on the J Lounge. I know my audience is, like I said, is going to love you and they're just going to definitely support you. They've known to do that. So I just appreciate everything that you're doing. And I love the fact that, again, you're creating space, um, for queer people. And I'm just loving that you're just creating that space because we need that, honestly.
yeah, for
Honestly,
sure.
we
Yes.
definitely need that. So I appreciate you for that.
Thank you.
Of course, of course. Of course, you guys know I have been your hostess with the mostest, Miss J, aka Miss Simone Jackson. I will be back with another wonderful episode of the J Lounge. I do want to give my amazing guest, Miss Aiko Hilkinger, one more time for being a wonderful, wonderful person, a human being, and a really great screenwriter. Y'all don't sleep on her. Get on it. Like support her. Check out her work because you definitely want to hear it here. Because when she blows up, you're definitely going to want to support her then too as well. So make sure you guys support her now and definitely shout her out on Twitter because Twitter is honestly a really great platform for this. So I love it. So alrighty, everybody, I want to thank my audience, my guests, and I will be back with
Woo!
y'all real soon with another great episode. But till then, everyone, enjoy your day. Bye.